Hi, my name is Nicholas Olczak, and I'm pleased to present to you my paper titled Variation in States' Discursive Delegitimation of International Institutions, the Case of the Arctic Council. This article is about legitimation and delegitimation of international organizations. It understands legitimacy in the sociological sense, where legitimacy beliefs are societal perceptions that an institution's authority is exercised appropriately. This kind of legitimacy has been shown to be particularly important to international organizations in order for them to operate effectively and provide governance. Legitimation and delegitimation can be seen as practices carried out by different actors which either reinforce or challenge these legitimacy beliefs. While there's a growing body of literature studying delegitimation, this has so far given limited attention to how this delegitimation varies over time. We particularly want to know how political developments taking place around the world might impact on these delegitimation practices. This article, therefore, sought to study state actors' discursive delegitimation through a case study of the Arctic Council. The Arctic Council was established in 1996, and it's one of the main organizations set up to provide governance over the Arctic region. It has 8 member states, but because of the global nature of Arctic affairs, it also involves participation from other states and organizations from across the world. This makes the legitimacy of the Arctic Council in the eyes of different audiences particularly important in order for it to operate effectively and provide governance over the Arctic region. The Arctic Council is therefore a good case for studying the broader phenomenon of delegitimation of international organizations. This article looked at 2 key participants in the Arctic Council, China and the United States, and the delegitimation practices of these 2 countries. It studied this through a content analysis of documents produced by the governments of these 2 states between 2010 and 2022, where these documents were about the Arctic Council. This content analysis coded statements in these documents, which were examples of either legitimation or delegitimation of the Arctic Council. It also sought to identify when these statements were made in connection with political developments taking place around the world. To summarize the main findings of the article, it found that there was considerable variation in both China and the United States delegitimation practices across the period. And it also found that this delegitimation was connected to political developments taking place around the world. For example, positive developments in environmental politics resulted in more Chinese legitimation. Increased security tensions led to more Chinese delegitimation. Increased political and security tensions led to more US delegitimation. So in sum, this article study of delegitimation of the Arctic Council contributes new empirical evidence and theoretical insights. It can help us to understand how states vary in their discursive delegitimation of international organizations more broadly, and how this variation is connected to political developments taking place around the world. I hope you'll find this article interesting.